You know how Europeans have a pickpocketing problem. You know how Americans are crazy and love to fight. Why would you choose the final boss of places to come pickpocket? A European has been reported missing in New York City after reportedly pickpocketing people. The cops went to the hotel room of the person and found all these items from people that they were pickpocketing. So now the cops are not putting any effort into finding this person. He has no sympathy from New Yorkers, but why would you choose New York of all places to pickpocket anybody? Especially with the New York YNs, the Italians, the Polish, the Albanians, Russians, the Murray Hill Bros hopped up on too much Adderall, the overstimulated Upper West Side liberal white woman, the Puerto Ricans, the crackheads uptown, the Irish, the Dominicans, the Chinese triad, Akis and the Habibis in the bodegas, medallion driver taxi gang, the garbage men, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Guyanese, the Trinis, the Fort Greene overstimulated white moms would have easily taken you out. Easily. Who comes to Gotham City to commit their crime? In New York City, 10-year-old kids take the subway and drop off their 7-year-old kids at school. You think anyone that's an adult is going to be scared of you in New York? A white woman just had y'all screaming in Italy when she had you grabbed by the ponytail for trying to pickpocket her. They were begging the Texas men at the Olympics to stop whooping y'all asses because y'all knocked you all the way off the stands. You thought you could bring the pickpocket here on U.S. soil in the United States of America in New York City. That's what you thought. Elliot Stabler and Olivia Benson can't even help you out with that. The East River is probably where you're at right now, but to anybody else who's European, whether you're watching this in Europe and you're thinking about targeting American tourists, or you're watching this here and you're thinking about pickpocketing, do not try to pickpocket an American, especially from the South and especially from New York, regardless of race. It's not going to go well for you. It's not going to go well for you.
Another pickpocketer from Europe, but this time here in our good old NYC. I don't live in NYC, but I wouldn't try and pickpocket someone from there. Are you fucking insane? Now that fool's gone missing. They check his hotel. They found all the other stuff that he managed to steal off of New Yorkers. He was supposedly there on vacation. What was he vacationing for? Seeing how many licks he could grab? Oh, you Americans talk the big talk about the pickpocketers here in Europe and how you'll beat their ass. I bet you won't do it on your own turf. Big mistake. Big mistake there, but why is he gone missing? He probably tried to rob a mobster. Oh, I do not need a gun to steal your precious wallet. Uh-huh. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. That's the only way you're gonna get a robbery done here in America, dog. What? Just consider himself lucky that he went missing and he didn't end up in an American hospital. That would have sucked more.
Baby, y'all gonna learn to leave Americans alone when it comes to that pickpocketing bullcrap. First, it was in Europe and Venice, Italy, with the lady that was over there, and the 14-year-old pickpocketed her, and she snatched her up by her ponytail. Now, apparently, somebody from Europe done come over here to NYC, baby. NYC out of all the places to come to. And they came to America on that pickpocketing mess, and baby, guess what? They messed around, they found out. Because come to find out, now the same person from Europe that pickpocketed somebody in NYC, apparently they are missing. Now, baby, I don't know about you, but I don't think they missing. I just think they at the bottom of the Hudson River. Y'all gonna learn to leave Americans alone, baby. We don't do that pickpocketing mess over here. Baby, we gonna show you how violent we is. Now, as Americans, we can't agree on a lot of things, but one thing is for certain. You come over here, you mess with Americans, you gonna mess around and find out. You will find out. Baby, I got the right to bear arms, and I'ma bear them. These hands are rated E for everyone, and y'all can catch them.
I just saw that video saying that famous pickpocketer that came to New York City isn't missing. He's just in the East River.
To the pickpocketer who's from Europe who traveled to New York City, what are you doing, bro? Because now you're registered as a lost person. What are you doing? So his parents haven't heard from him in a minute, right? So then they call the cops and say, hey, we got lost son. So when they checked his hotel, the one that he was staying at, they found so many stuff that doesn't belong to him, right? Like, the second that we realized that he was a pickpocketer, nobody cared about him no more, bro. Everybody making bets like, hey, this man probably in the Hudson or the East River, bro. Nobody cares if you died or not, bro. Except when we found out that you are a tourist pickpocketing us, we stop caring about you. Like you see what we do to people in other countries when we get pickpocketed. What do you think is gonna happen to y'all in our country when y'all pickpocket us? People who travel, they have money. They got money. They're able to travel. They have luxury. People who don't travel in the States, especially New York City, you are out of your mind, bro. Like, their family deleted their entire social media account because people keep posting videos of Americans beating up other Europeans for pickpocketing them. So I'm like, what do you expect?
So apparently there is a pickpocketer from Europe who decided they were going to go to America, come here and fuck around and do some dirt. Well, out of all places, they picked New York City. Now they're missing. Families reached out, said they can't get a hold of them. They haven't talked to them in a while. Missing person, right? Well, the people in New York City are now making bets about which body of water they think that the pickpocketer's corpse is at the bottom of. You know, I don't know if y'all realize this, but the Americans manhandling pickpocketers in Europe, those are just the ones that can legally get a passport. But also, New York City is one of the most gun-restricted cities in America. So if you think you're going to come over to America and go to the cities with the greatest gun restrictions, gun control, whatever, and you can go around and fuck around and do some stupid shit, well, I hope this is a lesson to you, because places like New York, where they restrict the fuck out of guns, your ass can still come up missing.
Apparently, a European pickpocketer came to New York to try to pick his way through the city because he heard that there are no pickpocketers in New York. And now he's missing. Sir, there are people in this country who, kids, just because. Your country has told you not to travel to our country because of how unstable it is right now. And you thought New York City was the best place to go to start your enterprise in America? Anyway, my money is on him being in the East River.
That European dude that went to New York to go and pickpocket, that is probably the worst place to pickpocket when you're from out of state or even out of the country. I'm sure here in like a week or two, they're going to find him in the harbor because, from living in Brooklyn years back and stuff, it's not the place you want to go and mess around at. People end up in the harbor. One of my best friends freaking ended up in the harbor. They didn't find him for like 2 weeks, but yeah, stop fucking around with New York, please.
Of all places, you chose that one? If you don't know what I'm talking about, a European pickpocketer decided that it would be a good idea to start their operation in New York. And apparently they've come up missing. And apparently the family said that they were here on vacation, which they could have been, but instead they got an all-expense paid vacation to fuck around and find out. Like, everybody knows, don't fuck with people in New York. It's the one place that you automatically know. It doesn't matter where you're at on this planet, you automatically hear New York and it's like, nah, we ain't fucking with that shit. And I guarantee the woman that went to the other place and dragged that woman by her hair because she tried to pickpocket her, I bet she was from New York also. Like, you could have chose anywhere, like Wyoming, Colorado, like even Nevada, of all places, the most populated. Why would you not start there? So if you haven't seen this, go look it up. If you have seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Why would you choose the United States? And in the United States, why would you choose New York, of all places, to go and start pickpocketing people? You know, we get robbed at gunpoint out here. Like, for those of you who don't know, apparently a European came out to New York for vacation, according to his family, and has been reported missing over the last few days. The police go to his hotel room and they find all of these items that he's pickpocketed from New Yorkers. And so now the police is not necessarily putting all of the resources that they can into finding this person, and New Yorkers are putting out bets on where he's going to turn up. Europe, you've got to get control of that pickpocketing nonsense that you guys have over there. I don't know if there's anywhere else that really has this casual nature or relationship with pickpocketing, but it doesn't work okay? You're not going to anywhere else in the world, and specifically not the US, and just pickpocketing people. Expecting no repercussions. My goodness. Sorry to that man's family. That's all I gotta say.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
What did you just put in your pocket? What was, no, I saw you put something in your pocket. What was that? What did you put in there? What was it that was in your pocket, though? Because it seemed interesting. It seemed like really interesting. What was it? No, you can tell me. You can tell me. Just tell me what's in your pocket. Let me see. Turn your pockets out really quick. Turn them out. Just turn them out. What is in your pocket?